This incredible story is inspired by Rob Northrop, the author of the book Apollo GT, The American Ferrari. This limited edition masterpiece is the ultimate source for everything about this car's remarkable journey. Much of the info here is drawn from his work, so a big thanks to him for capturing this piece of American automotive history. Now, there's something special about a story that's homegrown, where the ambition to create something great meets the American spirit of independence. Building a sports car from scratch isn't something you just wake up and decide to do. It takes a special person, or in this case, team, and it takes the right time and place to pull off something that bold. And that's exactly what happened here. The post-Second World War era, when American soldiers returned home with a new hunger for fun, fast cars. Until then, driving was mostly practical, point A to point B, but now it was about passion, thrill, and style. British companies like Jaguar, MG, Morgan, Austin Healey, and other European manufacturers like Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, and also Porsche started shipping in sporty nimble cars, and Americans ate them up. But soon enough, folks here started realizing these imports, while charming, just didn't have that built-for tough durability. Sure, a Ferrari might race through 24 hours at Le Mans, but it might not last 24 minutes on your average commute. Americans knew what they wanted, something with that European styling but with the reliability of a good old American V8 under the hood. They wanted everyday commuter, not just a weekend show-off. Milton Brown, Ron Placia, and Ned Davis, three men with a wild idea to build an American sports car that didn't just look good but ran like a well-oiled machine. Milton and Ron were high school buddies who'd spent years tinkering with cars and dreaming big. In 1957, Milton traveled to Europe, where he saw what the British were doing up close. Inspired, he returned with the goal of building something better than the best, a sports car with Italian styling but all-American heart and muscle. After reuniting with Ron and bringing Ned, the businessman of the group, on board, they were ready to make history. This trio didn't just want a European knockoff. They were crafting an icon, the Apollo GT. This car was going to embody everything that made America great: power, reliability, and innovation. They wanted the smooth styling of a Ferrari but the guts of a Buick 215 cubic inch aluminum V8, one of GM's best and lightest engines. This blend of beauty and brawn was the perfect formula to showcase American ingenuity. Now, they faced one massive challenge: building this car with limited funds and resources. But if there's one thing Americans know how to do, it's getting things done on a shoestring budget and elbow grease. They set up a small company called International Motor Cars, IMC, built a prototype, and even found a way to keep production costs down by working with Frank Reisner in Italy. Imagine that, an American-Italian partnership where bodies were crafted in Italy, then shipped back to the US for final assembly. It was an international project, but make no mistake, the Apollo was an American dream come to life. The Apollo GT wasn't just good-looking, it was designed for people who wanted to drive. Unlike European sports cars that you only brought out on Sundays, the Apollo was something you could drive every day. Milton and his team built it with a no-nonsense approach: big doors for easy access, an optional automatic transmission, almost unheard of in a sports car then, and the strength to handle American roads. They tested it rigorously and drove it hard, refining it to near perfection. In 1962, the Apollo GT was born. It was fast, reliable, and drop-dead gorgeous. When it made its debut in San Francisco, it turned heads like no other. But without a big advertising budget or dealer network, they faced an uphill battle. American publications loved it, but even with the exposure in movies like The Love Bug, the Apollo struggled to reach the audience it deserved. As sales started to come in, IMC even made a convertible model. But the challenges were relentless, without a large budget for TV and magazine ads and pretty much no dealer network, and that infamous Buick Apollo mislabeling that led their biggest dealer to drop them. Despite all these hurdles, they managed to sell 42 cars, 40 coupes, and 1 Spider, including the prototype, before production stopped in mid-1964 due to lack of financing. All 42 handcrafted, all-American sports cars that are legends to this day. Looking back, the Apollo GT is a prime example of American ingenuity, a car that dared to challenge the norms and aimed to redefine what a sports car could be. In a world where the giants of Europe dominated, This small team from California created something remarkable, a real American Ferrari that blended power, beauty, and practicality like nothing else on the road. Today, the Apollo GT stands as a reminder of what's possible to do with your passion. It's a story of three men who, against all odds, gave us a car that captured the best of both worlds. It wasn't perfect, and it didn't have a fairy tale ending, but it was real, and it was ours, a true American original. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Keep driving, stay safe, and remember, the spirit of American innovation is always just one wild idea away.